We have found that who gets the children is by far the most important component in deciding who files for divorce. When they ran different statistical models and they did surveys, what they found was the main reason women were filing for divorce was to get sole control of the children. And that allowed them to get sole control of property and money.
All the leverage.
One of the big issues here is that we have no-fault divorce, right? There was a time, when I was born, 1965, you couldn't just get divorced if you wanted to. There were only 5 reasons in the state of Texas, where I'm from, that you could get a divorce. Divorce only happened for cause. In marriages without children, it would often be granted, just as no-fault divorce. But marriages with children, neither parent was allowed to run out on the children unless one of 5 things happened. These are things like marital fraud, domestic violence, infidelity, things like that. But right now, marriages can just be terminated. So people think of marriage as a kind of a contract, but it is not a contract. You can't run out on contracts anytime you want.
Oh, that's true.
But you can marry.
I didn't even realize that.
Here's one of the main issues driving divorce and has gotten the government involved in promoting divorce. Government promotes marriage in order to promote divorce. Government makes money on divorce. Title 4D is a federal program which gives matching funds for the collection of child support. It's about 66 cents on the dollar. I don't know about other states, but I know Texas, it's about $500 million. Comes from the federal government to the state in Title 4D funds. It funds our entire Attorney General's office. So when you hear Ken Paxton is suing the federal government for something Texas doesn't like that they're doing, all that's being funded by child support.
What?
Okay? In Texas and most states, judicial retirement.
Why would they come a motherfucker so hard from goddamn child support?
Yeah.
But wait.
Comes out of Title 4D funding. The more child support that is issued by a judge, the larger their retirement when they're off the bench.
No way. Is that real? Is that fucking real?
Yes, it's absolutely.
Dude, no way. How does that even correlate at all? So they're just giving high fucking child support to everybody, and then they get a bigger retirement?
No, but that's why they try to juice men for as much as they can, because the more money they juice, the more they get paid off.
Yeah, that is ridiculous. That is outrageous.
It's a multi-billion-dollar industry, bro.
Wow. I didn't
They
know
don't give a
that.
fuck about. They don't give a fuck about the kids. They don't give a fuck about the wife. They don't give. We need to squeeze these motherfuckers as much as we can.
I can see it now, though. I can see that. I can see it. Now that I'm looking in hindsight, I can see that shit.
Why would you hang a well-abled, motivated man that wants to be president in that family, in this child's life? Why would you hang him to dry?
Yeah.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it makes so much sense. Because I wondered that. When I was sitting in the court, why are they letting them do this? This is crazy. I'm a model citizen. I've done everything right up to this point, and why are you guys letting her do this?
Not even listening to me,
bro. Not at all. She can
do whatever the fuck she want.
Everything, bro. That was crazy. Yeah, I can see that now. Is it the same thing in California?
It's probably worse in California.
Yeah, bro, it's probably way worse in California. Holy shit.
I'll tell you a little story. A good friend of mine, his name is Josh in Texas. He and his wife came to an accord. He was watching the kids 10 hours a day because she was pursuing a career. He has a construction business, but he can work at night. So he was watching the kids for her. They're divorced, friendly. He was watching the kids for her 10 hours a day. And he was still paying $1,800 a month in child support. So they just came to a rational agreement and said, hey, I'm going to waive the child support because you're taking care of the kids all the time. Why don't we just share the kids equally and we'll just dispense with the child support? So they came up with their own agreement. And in Texas, judges are required to take mutual agreements. All right? So they show up to the judge and what they think is going to be signing this mutual agreement. No child support. They're going to equally share custody. And they had a real nice flexible arrangement where when she had to travel, he could keep the kids so they could just change it up how they needed to, The Texas Attorney General sent a lawyer to court and said, you cannot do this because they will not be paying child support. They interfered with an agreement for equal custody because they would lose the matching funds. And it's a lot of money. Over the lifetime of a child, it's a lot of money. That's the degree to which the states are involved in promoting divorce.
Bro, I did a reaction to one video. There's this girl, it's a woman, and she's talking about how child custody system is fucked up.
Yeah.
It all favors the woman. So like this girl is like, she sees it objectively. She from the hood. She ghetto as fuck. She's like, man, fuck child support. She was like, I'm not even with my man no more. I'm not with my baby papas no more. Like he with somebody else. I'm with somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I can take care of mine. He can take care of his. You know what I'm saying? I don't even need the fucking money he's giving me now. So I don't. But she said, before she like clipped it, before she cut the child support, and she was still getting paid. She was getting paid like $69 a month or some shit. But they from the hood. You know what I'm saying? They
So
Section 8
that's
and
like,
shit. She's like, it's plenty. Like the baby was 4. All he needed is diapers and whatever. And she said time it went on. She got a hold on the man. He would a hold on the girl, and then the CPS found out that he had got a raise.
Yeah.
And then they contacted her and said, "Hey, your man has a raise, so now you can fucking, ask for more." But they're not together no more.
Mm-hmm.
And she's like, "What the fuck are y'all talking about? Like, I don't need this bread. I was trying to fucking milk this motherfucker."
Yeah.
And for that reason, she's like, "Man, fuck child support. That's all a goddamn scam." You know what I mean?
You know, the other end of that is that they don't check the female stuff at all.
Nah.
And I'm a testament to that. I know that for sure because obviously my situation, but it doesn't. I know that for sure that they don't care as much as about the woman and what she's making or what she's doing. The other side can get married and they could be killing it. You know what I'm saying? And they won't touch them at all. But God forbid, I'm in a position that looks like I'm doing well. They'll contact me with a heartbeat.
It makes sense though.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah, like they're getting money from that shit. You're getting
It
paid
makes
out
sense.
vacations and shit like that. Fuck that.
Because if she making bread, then why would he get money from him?
Yep.
So we have to keep it on one side or the other.
Exactly.
I'm not one of these guys that blames women. Like I just don't. I don't think that way, and I think a lot of women blame men. I experience it a lot.
I think that's
but I also know a lot of women that have no blame for it. They understand that there are perverse social incentives that are affecting both of us, right? So I think, my God, if I was a woman and I had been told that I need like an alpha man who's going to get things done and everything, who never tells me what to do. I want an ambitious man who runs a business, going to make lots of money, who spends all his time with the kids.
It's impossible.
If I had believed these logically inconsistent things, I'd probably be unhappy. I'd be unhappy too. Like you've been given these crazy messages from this culture, right? Let's think about some of the temptations that women are under in marriage, right? And so a lot of men will get real angry about this, but it's the state that has created these incentives. So it's no-fault divorce, right? So a woman can file for divorce, and in Texas, she'll have a 95% chance of getting sole control of the children.
Wow.
Now that means in
booming
Texas
That's a good number.
that she would be able to direct.
Bro, if I saw the stock market, it said 95% return.
Every
I'm
fucking
going in,
time.
bro. What do you mean?
I'm putting my own retirement
What
to
do you
that bitch.
mean? Of
crazy.
course they're doing that.
It's crazy.
Now that means in Texas that she will be able to direct their religious, moral, and intellectual education. The man will not be able to direct that. Okay? For most men in Texas, that'll be it averages about 30% of their gross income in non-deductible expenses. A lot of people think that men get to deduct child support. Actually, they don't. The recipient, the woman, gets to deduct the child support that the man pays. And this makes child support for the IRS a revenue neutral event because the woman deducts what she receives, so it doesn't change anybody's income. So the IRS loves that because there's no paperwork,
Nothing.
right?
Wow, it makes no sense.
Bro, and even then, like even when they come up with the number of like when they do the child support, they went off gross income. That is outrageous. If you're a business owner and you're going off your gross income, you're not even taking my deductions, my rent from my business, none of this stuff. They based that number off that.
That's crazy.
Which is ridiculous, and then you can't write it
It
off.
doesn't even make any sense though.
It
They
doesn't.
wouldn't even do that. Because that's not reality.
Yeah, so when I went to
They're
the
basing
offices-
it off revenue.
Exactly, like just money flow, which is money flow is not real
Nothing,
profit.
yeah.
There's nothing. I could have pulled in all this
Your
money.
overhead could be
Yeah.
$100,000 and you fucking
Made
making
$1. I could
$102.
have, I could have made nothing off of that.
That's-
I might have lost money in that process. You know.
They don't give a
It's-
fuck.
Yeah, they don't give a shit about that
Right?
at
It
all.
makes sense.
Mhm.
It all
It's starting
makes
to
sense.
kind of
Yeah.
make its way together, right? It's starting to form me. I'm starting to realize that once I'm watching this.
But I know millionaires, multimillionaires, who cannot absorb 30% in gross income in non-deductible expenses. It's just impossible. In Dallas County, when you drop below $40,000 a year in income, you literally can't afford housing at that point. So but she gets the right to the 30% of the man's income for up to 20 years in Texas, right? Because it can go into college, right? She gets half of the marital assets, right? And she may get spousal support if she's been in Texas. We really don't have alimony. You have to have been with a man for 10 years, and then you can get temporary alimony for 2 years, right? So you may get that. So you're asking women. I mean, think about how easy it is to just file and you get that. You get all of this money in sole control of the kids, and you're asking women to not do that. In marriages sometimes are tremendously difficult. You know, I'm often fond of quoting Aristotle that, you know, happiness is not an emotion. Joy, we used to have a different distinction between joy and happiness. Joy is the emotion you feel, but happiness is not an emotion. You know, ask people who've climbed Mount Everest and they say, hey, you know, it's the happiest day of my life being on Mount Everest. Yeah, you're dying. You know, you go above that oxygen zone and you start dying. And the question is, can you come down before you die? You're in absolute agony. I have a friend of mine who plays professional rugby, you know, and he's like in the championship. He broke 3 ribs, played through it. He was in absolute pain. He says, happiest day of my life was playing that game. You know, he felt no joy, yet he was happy, right? Happiness is an activity in accord with virtue. Joy is an emotion. You could be happy in a marriage, but not be experiencing joy all the time, right? You're doing the right thing, and you know you're committed to doing the right
bars,
thing.
man.
Yeah, no, that's
So you're,
actually
but you're
really
asking
fucking valuable
women,
information right there.
Yeah,
you know, who may
bitches get it twisted.
Yeah, joy and happiness. That's crazy how you said it like that. Because there are times that we've experienced like so much joy. Say just even us powerlifting,
Yeah.
like us hitting a weight that hurts like shit,
Yeah.
and then feeling that happiness
Yeah.
when you're doing it.
Going through anything like struggling to reach an achievement, you'll be happy when you get there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Or you're gonna experience joy when you get that, man. But going through it was fucking miserable.
Yeah, so you see over society, they say you have a happy marriage. They think it's all laughs and giggles and all this shit like that.
Nah,
Yeah, it's a perspective thing, right?
Yeah, it's hard work.
Yeah, 100%.
Hard work, and then it's a layer missing too, though. I mean, there's been this thing trending going on with I've seen this question asked from women. It was like, in a relationship, who needs to love one another more? They said, should the man love the woman more, or should the woman love the man more? Because within relationships, like, men will fucking sit and deal with whatever, as long as they fucking content. You know what I mean? Don't fucking shoot me or some shit. We straight.
Yeah,
you know,
100%. I can deal with this.
They could deal with some shit. Women are not like that, which means they're more primed to goddamn leave or do shit or change shit because, you know, their emotions are up and down or whatever, man. So tie that into, like, the saying is a woman should love their man more, because as long as they're loving their man more, they're more inclined to goddamn not incentivized to leave, because if the man loves the woman more, she knows she can do whatever the
They're
fuck
more
she
able
wants.
to like, endure shit. Because like I feel like, how many marriages have you seen fail because the man takes a leap of faith on an investment and he goes broke?
Yeah.
Divorce right after that.
Yeah.
Right? Like and if you have a woman that really loves you
Yeah.
the way she's supposed to love
Yeah.
you, she's gonna endure,
Exactly.
work through it. I got your back. This is
Yeah.
a hard time for us. But you see 90% rate of he took a chance. He
It's a
fucking
wrap.
fell down and boom, I'm done with that fucking
Yeah,
clown.
dog,
Now
yeah.
he's a deadbeat.
Yeah, and then it's crazy when you think about it. Like, for me, when I look at the whole thing, like, most men put pussy on a pedestal, so so for that reason, these women are more inclined to fucking lead these men if shit don't happen the fucking right way. Like, it's gonna take one, like, a man of some stature or some shit to, like, have a girl rock with him. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, those type of, that's like old school shit, like ride or die, like from the mud. Right now, that's not how it is. Like, right now, you need to, like, sell the best version of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Like, who has the best package? I want that. Before, it's like, we getting it from the mud.
Yeah.
We can do this shit together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And we turn into what the fuck it turns into.
I feel like Instagram and all that, like, highlight reel shit that people post, it has to do something with that, right? We have this, like, this line of regular, and that regular line has been brought up to such crazy heights because fools are
It's delusion.
flossing, right?
It's
They're
delusion.
flexing for no reason, that they don't even have money, but, oh, this car, I'm sitting next to a Lamborghini, whatever. That flex makes everybody feel like,
Everybody's
you know
been
what I mean?
brainwashed
Inflated.
to think that this is the normal way of life, and it's not at all. But even with that, it's like you're getting rid of, like, one of the best parts of being a fucking person, dog. It's like going through it with somebody.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
My
Like,
point exactly. Yeah. There's during a struggle. There's something that happens in that connection, right?
Yeah.
Like it's like chemical. Like they call it trauma bonding.
Yeah.
Like when you're with someone, you're through the mud, and you guys grind it out together, like how me and my girl did. There's something that can never break that connection.
Yeah.
When people say, "Would you ever cheat on her?" Fuck no, never. It's something different. Like it's beyond sex.
Mhm.
It's way beyond just pussy and dick, all that shit. It's so deep rooted.
Yeah.
And just like the connection, like you know that no matter what, when shit hits the fan, that's my ride or
Cause she's
die.
true, try and test it,
Yeah,
and they're not
exactly.
gonna fucking risk breaking that shit on some
Yep.
shit that didn't fucking matter.
Mhm.
But no one nowadays, especially the newer generation, the younger people, they're never gonna find themselves in the position to fucking experience that because you're just looking for the strongest, the tallest, the
Yeah.
richest, and all this shit, and dude over here looking for the fattest ass, blah blah blah. What dudes who can do that? Because most men, they not.
That's
seeing
the top
it.
1%, right?
Yeah,
That
yeah.
can look and be like, that girl bad as fuck. I'm gonna pull that.
Yeah,
Pull it.
yeah, but they pull it. So
Yeah,
all right,
and then what?
else?
Now you just got someone with a nice booty.
Yeah,
Nothing else, right?
nothing else.
Yeah.
You know
Paper
what I'm
mache,
saying? Yeah.
they'll fall apart no matter what if
Yeah,
you do anything with them.